Azur Lane.
Fun facts about New Jersey. New Jersey's nickname. In some of her lines, New Jersey introduced herself as the indomitable Black Dragon.
ユニオン戦艦最大最強のブラックドラゴン。ニュージャージーに本気で最強かもしれなかったわね。私のことをもっと知っていけば疑うこともなくなるはずよ。
USS New Jersey acquired the nickname the Black Dragon because during World War II, she was painted with dark blue, which made it very difficult for her to be seen in the dark. Her nickname Big J was given to her by her crews. Also, she calls herself indomitable because she never experienced great damage or loss during her naval warfare history. Origin of her skill, freedom through firepower. In her skill, she provides a special barrage to another fleet in the same sortie, firing a supporting special barrage at the start of the battle. The origin of this skill is way back during the Vietnam War. This is where she was the only US battleship that provides gunfire support during that war. Sortie with Enterprise. When New Jersey sorties with Enterprise, she has a line. The line is a reference to the contributions of USS Enterprise to US naval warfare history. And also specifically, there's a park on River Vale, New Jersey, where the stern plate of Enterprise was located, and this serves as a memorial of her service. Sortie with USS Carriers. New Jersey also has a line when she sorties with at least two of the following aircraft carriers. This line is based on her naval history. She was specialized to counter carriers and was equipped with autocannons and anti-aircraft artillery. Therefore, New Jersey has been known to shut down aircraft carriers in most of her sorties. This was implemented to the game as well. Currently, she boasts to have the highest anti-air stats among the other ships. Fun facts about San Francisco. San Francisco's introduction line.
ニューオーリンズ級のサンフランシスコ、ユニオン所属の名誉高き従順洋艦。かの大戦での戦功輝かしい私は今、思うがままに適当に、フリーダムに過ごしたいっつうことで。
This is a reference about a courageous sortie on 1942. USS San Francisco attacked a vastly superior Japanese force off the coast of Guadalcanal. It is known as the most brutal close-quarters naval engagement of World War II. USS San Francisco took some 45 direct hits and sustained heavy damage while sinking one Japanese ship and seriously damaging two others, including a battleship. Despite it all, USS San Francisco safely made it back to port. Secretary line about Juno.
ジュノ？誰かにいじめられた？私に教えてくれればスパッと一発で解決させちゃうぞ。
San Francisco and Juno have a very close relationship. They have sortied a lot of times in their naval service, especially on the Battle of Guadalcanal. This is where Juno was torpedoed, and San Francisco witnessed it all, and forced to leave her sister ship. And now in this line, San Francisco will do anything to protect her sister Juno. Sortie line with Atlanta. It was during the Guadalcanal campaign, including the Battle of Cape Esperance and the Naval Battle of Guadalcanal, during which she was heavily damaged and her captain and admiral killed. Early in the battle, she mistakenly fired on the light cruiser Atlanta, causing serious damage and inflicting numerous casualties. Thus, she promised to not do it again. Sortie line with Minneapolis. On one of their sorties, one of San Francisco's scout planes was reported missing and could not be found. The next day, the missing plane was sighted by Minneapolis. As a result, San Francisco recovered it. Thus, the hunting is a metaphor of the retrieval operation of the missing scout planes. Sortie line with Laffey. This is a reference when San Francisco and Laffey were both assigned to escort a convoy on Fiji Islands. Sortie line with San Diego. This is a metaphor about the upgrades on San Diego's riggings. Because most of the time, San Diego installs her equipments at San Francisco, California. Origin of her skill. Right place at the right time. This is a reference during that unexpected Pearl Harbor attack. San Francisco was just chilling that time, getting some repairs and taking a bath. and most of her crews were absent. But few hours later, one off-duty crew was chilling as well, but accidentally spotted incoming Japanese dive bombers. The battle went underway, and so the crew of San Francisco began looking for opportunities to fight back. The first torpedo hit Oklahoma, then some crews transferred to New Orleans. San Francisco was undamaged after the attack, and work resumed to make her combat ready. Fun facts about Boise. Boise Secretary Line.
7月9日大事な日だよ
July 9, as Argentina's Independence Day. Translated to Spanish, 9 de Julio, is the name given to Boise when she was transferred and commissioned on Argentina. Origin of her skill.
一番大きいのを狙って
It was a reference when the captain of the USS Boise received a report that 5 Japanese ships are in sight. Then without hesitation, the commander replied, "Pick out the biggest and fire." Afterwards, before dawn, Boise had sunk 6 Japanese ships during that battle. Origin of her oxygen mask. She had been hit by enemy shellfire in the Battle of Cape Esperance on 12 October 1942, resulting in a large fire that burned out her 3 forward 647-gun turrets and their ammunition spaces. The mask is a representation of the maintenance for her damage of her front turrets. The oxygen could also be a manifestation when Boise's crew were in danger of suffocation when the fire and smoke spread during that impact. Sortie with Helena. While both Boise and Helena was equipped with SG radar, Helena has more sensors and processing systems in her refits. That's why Boise respects Helena in that field. Line after oathing. The headgear, which looks like bunny ears, are antenna that represents the SG radar that was equipped to her. Fun facts about Ticonderoga. Ticonderoga's introduction line.
SX 級の6番艦にしてロングハル型で作られた1番目の船よ。かつてはハンコックと命名されそうになったけど、最終的にあの戦争を記念するためにタイコンデロガと名前を改められたわ。私の紹介はそんなところね。
Laid down as Hancock on February 1943, but later renamed to Ticonderoga on May on the same year. She has a line when she sorties with her other sister ships. She also has a line when she sortie with Intrepid. This is a reference to one of their sorties when she relieved Intrepid at Gibraltar. Fun facts about Archerfish. Introduction line of Archerfish.
バラオ級の一隻にして、そして撃沈した軍艦の最大記録を持つ潜水艦。まあこの記録はなかなか抜けないだろうね。
USS Archerfish is best known for sinking the Japanese aircraft carrier Shinano on November 1944, the largest warship ever sunk by a submarine. It was also referenced to her line when she taunted Shinano in her sortie line. Also, Shinano's remnant of her sword was shown on Archerfish's design as well. Archerfish Secretary Line.
私に構ってくれないと世界一周の旅に出るよ。しないよそんなの。まあ母港周辺の海域に行ってデータ集めぐらいはするよ。
This is a reference to her voyage history, because in such short periods of time, she have patrolled lots of times. Fun facts about Morrison. Reference of her acquisition line.
無事到着しました。あなたが指揮官さんですか？モリソンと申します。はい、姉妹艦がたくさんいるあのフレッチャー級のモリソンです。
In her line, it shows that she have gone through a lot. And yes, USS Morrison have shown exceptional bravery during her naval history. She promptly opened fire on a group of more than 40 Japanese planes. Morrison skillfully fought off the determined attackers for over an hour and, with her own gunfire, shot down 5 aircraft before they could complete suicide dives. Maintaining a steady barrage against the overwhelming force, she gallantly continued in action despite severe damage from 4 suicide planes which struck her in rapid successions, fighting resolutely until she went down shortly after the last hit. And this is the reason why she was nicknamed as the Mighty Mo. The courageous and mighty Morrison, which was printed on the side of her skirt. Sortie with Princeton. This is a reference on their sortie in the Philippines. During the battle on Samar, on the 24th, she came to aid Princeton, badly damaged by a Japanese bomb. Undeterred by foul weather, fires raging on the flight and hangar decks of the stricken carrier, and a series of violent internal explosions, Morrison gallantly went alongside. She picked up approximately 400 survivors in an hour and a half. Morrison debarked the Princeton survivors at Ulithi and got underway for the West Coast via Pearl Harbor in company with Irwin and Birmingham. Thanks for watching. If you want more Azur Lane contents, please consider subscribing. Peace out.